Okay, we are here. YCS has just finished.
Houston, Texas.
We're cutting away to the closer. Congratulations to Pascal winning with Goblin Bikers and Goblin Bikers alone. It wasn't mixed with anything. Goblin Bikers is indeed the best deck.
Definitely no confusion in the finals matches. 100% no.
Definitely no. Goblin Bikers very straightforward deck. Very easy to understand.
Very.
We're currently cutting to the closing interview, fully well expecting this to just kind of cut away in a weird...
Shout out to the DM
edgelord
theming from the host, by the way. She's done well. Also, I like the bait. It's kind of DM-ish.
Oh, okay.
The light pink and the blue.
I wasn't sure if this was like a Teo
DMG.
outfit that she wears at some point.
Oh my god, yes.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
USA. USA.
I remember when Joey showed up in a Calvin Klein jeans hoodie. That was
Look.
iconic episode.
It seems like Yu-Gi-Oh has played a huge part in your life.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I mean,
So, if the ban list is pre-prepared, I think we had this take on the last stream ban list.
Is
Yep.
there anything you want to say?
If
to
it's
this
pre-prepared,
crowd?
like it doesn't factor in the tournament we've just watched. So if like we're gonna go and full ban hammer Ryziel, when Ryziel just lost the final.
Maybe the reason that
Thank you so much. Go hold up that trophy
we've
for
had
the crowd.
it's going to be pre-recorded this time is because it's either not going to be a very big ban list or it's expected to be controversial.
Yeah. And
Um,
so they're just gonna boo Billy USA chance
yeah,
again.
they're just going to boo Billy Break. In reality, it's not his problem.
Well, USA.
Now, where's Jerome?
With Gazaris and Dante behind him, the two most American boss monsters.
We can see the YouTube chat just off to the side here, so...
Here. Thank you everyone for just being amazing. This is my first YCS and I'm just so honored
I was gonna
to
say,
be here. Thank
the other
you
dude's
so
the
much
Europe
for
one,
joining
yeah?
us. You all
Yeah.
have been absolutely
Which-
fantastic and patient and wonderful.
Yeah,
I
look,
just
she's
heard
done
so
alright.
many great things
Good
about
gig.
this amazing experience.
I haven't watched enough this YCS, but
I-
she
Wonder
hasn't
how much
stuffed
they're
anything
paying-
up, so
wonder
I'm
how much
very
they're paying
happy.
her.
Time I
Here we go.
Here we go, Edgelord. Edgelord Jerome.
Cool hat.
Congratulations to our newest YCS winner, who also happens to be the final YCS winner of the current advanced format. The new advanced format starts on April 7th, and I have the next
Effective immediately.
limited cards list right here. So, I've been trying to tell you all
We can barely hear this.
about the new Forbidden Limited
I'm
cards.
telling you something.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to go over, so lock in. First, following cards are now unlimited. Cyberjar,
Yep.
Danger Jackalope, and
Yep.
Danger Tsuchinoko. Ava,
Yep.
and Performapal Monkey Board.
Okay, these are all perfectly fine cards to come back.
Yeah.
The following cards are now semi-limited.
Do I have
Here's
3
a big
Supermons?
There's
bonfire.
a number of them moving
Bonfire.
in both directions, so let's start with the cards moving from limited. They are Black Dragon Collapse Serpent
Oh.
and White Dragon Wyverburst.
Oh, okay.
Morphing Jar,
Yep.
Unchained Soul of Shrivara,
Oh, Jake would be happy about that.
Snake Eye Ash, and Snake Eye Poplar.
Okay.
The rest of the semi-limited cards were previously unlimited, and they are X-Ryziel,
Yep.
Ice Ryziel,
Oh,
Sword Ryziel,
oh goodness gracious.
Malice P. Dormouse, Malice P. White Rabbit, and Malice in Underground.
What if we just semi-limit the entire format?
I thought we stopped doing this.
The limited cards.
What if,
Bonfire.
3 cards have been moved from forbidden to limited.
Okay.
You may have seen a couple of these in the
Yeah.
Quarter Century Stampede unboxings a couple days ago. I
Masterpiece.
would highly recommend that you go check those out right after this. The returning cards are Macmec Circular,
Oh no.
Brilliant Fusion,
Oh,
and Masterpiece.
Brilliant Fusion.
Approved Lego
Brilliant
cards.
Fusion's all I care about.
Yeah,
The rest
wow.
of the newly limited
I get one
cards
Brilliant
were
Fusion.
Previously unlimited.
No graphic.
Disfield Druisworm,
Yep.
Ryziel Detonator,
Ooh.
Bonfire,
Yep.
Crossout Designator, Triple Tactics Talent, and Dimension Shifter.
Yay! USA! USA!
There are
This
four
is a huge
newly
ban list.
forbidden cards.
Newly
in
forbidden,
advanced
4.
format.
Oh my god.
They are
We have to wait?
Nightmare Griffin,
Yep.
Yep.
Link Decoder,
Ooh.
Abyss Dweller, and Bahan Shark.
Hey, I think it's my prediction's correct. Dweller's
You'll
gone.
be able to find the
This
complete
is a
list of
huge
changes on our
future-proofing ban list.
with the complete list updated on the website tomorrow.
Holy crap.
Best of luck to everyone preparing for the next few months of competition.
Abyss Dweller in hell.
That's
Out of here.
that's massive.
Limited list.
Um,
Looking forward to seeing how this
time to
will
turn this
impact
audio
our
back down.
next YCS in Providence, Rhode Island.
Um,
Third and fourth.
So each of the like,
So effective immediately.
Absolutely wild. I was
Basically, they pre-hit Malice, so it can't lock anymore.
Yep.
So it's gonna have to play the new stuff. So they're trying to sell the new stuff.
Yep.
Perfectly fine with that. We're probably gonna stop playing the stuff anyway. I think the Link decoder is the only thing that's massive on that front.
Link Decoder, my
Both
god.
1-card starters for Malice going to 2.
Yep.
Look, the shifter going to 1 I'm happy about. The shifter going to 1 I'm
Could
very
have banned
happy
the
about.
bastard.
Look, it's okay. 1 shifter, good. Crossout going to 1 along with talents? Very interesting.
Yeah, wow. It's no more Steel and Typhon. Like
Yeah.
Talents is we're just gonna switch to thrusts.
Like, there's going to be a lot of change to my deck list for next weekend, because we've got a regional next weekend.
We do have a regional.
Oh, God.
Does
change a lot.
Are these decks so frail now that Blue Eyes can finally win a regional?
Look, it's a lot of consistency hits. A lot of
But
consistency
the power's still there.
hits.
Detonator one actually is
Yeah.
interesting.
1 Detto. Not the duo.
No cash hits.
No cash hits.
I mean shift.
Brilliant fusion, though.
Unicorn, bye-bye
Oh.
Detonator.
Yeah. That all of a sudden, that cash tier card is going to be super relevant. Being able to take away your opponent's detonator. Look, this is the only issue I have with them not presenting a list here is that we can't now just review the whole list.
Yeah, they had the one graphic ready to go. I was going to take photos as we go.
Let's see if we
Yeah,
can...
see if the website's up.
No, let's just see if we can go back on
Sure.
the timeline here and just bring up some of the...
Oh no, there. Sorry, I must have missed that last graphic.
I'm going to mute this just
Yeah, show
so
it to
we
Ryan.
can kind of find our way through this.
Hey, that lighting's almost what our tonight's podcast is exporting as.
Oh, yeah. I also forgot to turn on the lights for this, but we've left everything open, so you'll
Yeah,
get a nice
nice.
daytime. Look,
Daytime lights.
scrambling to do this on a, on the quick.
Yeah, thank
gonna
God for daylight savings.
Pause these graphics. I should probably just set this to increase time as well, just so we can kind of hurry through this. Playback speed. 2 times, please.
So yeah, the dangers are neither here nor there. The people marking out for
Okay.
the dangers, cool, Eva.
So-
Yep, we all.
Everything going to 3, yeah. All pretty obvious stuff, considering we already had Nessie go to 3 last ban list. All the dangers to 3 is going to be interesting with like what kind of random cracked shit you can throw together now. Especially with the
Welcome back,
Black
Logan.
Dragon and the White Dragon.
Yes,
Those plus dangers could be very interesting.
with ancient fairy stuff coming, like that kind of, they all meld into it.
However, probably the important thing to remember is we don't have Appaloosa or anything like that anymore, so it's, what are they making on those end boards? They can't make Griffin Lock.
Bow.
They can't Griffin Lock with the bow.
Don't need a Griffin Lock with bow. You can just keep bow low ceiling.
Yeah, fair. But really pretty uneventful unlimits. We'll get to the semis and we'll have a bit more of a conversation around those. Because there's a lot to talk about in the semis.
How far we've come from.
Like,
So yeah, I didn't see that many coming.
this seems very OCG.
Yes,
Like, this is a very OCG ban list.
Ash and Poplar. They could have gone to 3 with Bonfire at 1 and OG gone.
Yeah. Is there a world where I can
And
put...
Griffin.
No, with no OSS, they're just not viable with no OSS. There's nothing really for you to go into.
No.
I did see there was a Fire King list day 1 playing it. But, like, I think it's because you can fire normal the Ash, search the Ponix, and then when you pop something later, you can special the Ponix.
Yeah.
Which is cute. They were also paying the new Snake Eyes card. So I might want to read that and just kind of see what that does.
Yeah, because, I mean...
With 2 and 2 of each, it'd be interesting to see.
God, each of the Ryzeals... Well, not all 3. All 4, sorry.
Yeah.
Need more Ryziel names now. Oh, do you?
Wait. White Rabbit is the ultra rare, yeah, that sets from deck, the trap?
Yes.
Okay, so you still have the other one. Dormouse is the one that is your 1-card starter. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you still have your normal summon 1-card starter, you just don't have the protection 1-card starter.
And you can't really... But you can't auto-climb. That link decoder...
Yeah, the link decoder actually... I think banning the link decoder stops you from doing the Nightmare end board anyway, but they chose to ban both.
Yeah.
We'll get...
Griffin's unhealthy. Anyway, but...
We'll get to that.
Morphing Jar does nothing. Just the rock.
The Black Dragon and White Dragon's interesting as buffs to Dragon Link.
All
of a sudden having cards to search off of that.
Gonna need
Do you play them in Blue Eyes?
No.
Yeah.
You could.
Weird choice there, then. Very weird choice.
No, you couldn't. Yeah. Not the... I mean... I'm sure there's, like... You can pivot to dragons instead and do dragon spam instead of just the Blue Eyes stuff.
Yeah.
But no, at the moment, they're completely off the radar.
But now we've got... For Malice hits, we've got, 1 Malice and Underground, 2 Malice and Underground, 2 White Rabbit, 2 Dormouse. Oh, no, Dormouse also got hit. Both of the good normal summons go too. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah. Underground.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
Yeah, so they've equally hit both decks, even though one deck has way less representation in top cuts than the other.
When we move into the next format anyway, I'm fairly sure you only played 1 White Rabbit.
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure that it was 3 Dormouse, 1 White Rabbit. So you just play 2 and 2. Easy. 2, 2, and 1 is your 5-card line. Yeah, the 1 Malice Underground is fine. Pretty irrelevant. You search it anyway. Also, now you can just search the other spell, so you have access to both.
Thank God they reprinted 7th Ascension.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that always needed a reprint, given that we were always limiting Bonfire. But yeah, outside of that, all the Ryziel monsters going to 2.
Yeah. Sucked.
Interesting.
Sucks to suck. Like, yeah, I mean, now I'm sure there'll just be generic rank 4 engines they can use. Tomb. Oh, I nearly said Tomb Keeper again.
Let's move on to the limits, because I don't recall actually seeing a graphic for limits.
Yeah,
so it's distracted.
That's what threw me.
Do we have a graphic for the limiteds?
You know, they've done quite well on that.
Circular going to 1 is weird.
Oh yeah, I've got to message my brother.
Like,
Druis is completely fair.
Wait, don't you just put Circular into Malice?
Oh my dear God.
Doesn't Circular just do full Malice combo?
Oh dear God.
Anyway, that's the card you're replacing in Malice. But outside of those 3, because Masterpiece is huge, Brilliant Fusion is massive. Being able to dump any light is going to be interesting. We'll see how that plays out. Surely there's decks that make that work.
I only just put Designator in main at 3.
Now it's gone. The talents to 1 is... I actually think... That's probably the most out there hit on this entire ban list, is the talents going to 1. Like, I could get behind Crossout going to 1. Talents going to 1 is bold.
I wonder if there's a world of just they're trying to circumvent, we've just hit this many cards from this many, like from the 2 major decks that they're just going to fill with Designators and Talents.
Yeah. Like, I already had 3 talents in my deck, so that's another 2 cards I'm going to take out.
Yep.
Then we've got, Bonfire going to 1, expected. Probably the most expected hit on this entire ban list. Dedo going to 1 stops the end board from being as repeatable.
Yes. No, wait, it's less threat. It still can be oppressive, but
it's not that bad.
Knowing if you just out the 1.
They can send twins, but then that's manageable. There's a whole bunch of things that you can do to kind of skirt around
this. It's just giving Kashtira something after they hit Shifter.
Yeah.
That's what I'm almost convinced of now.
Yeah, Shifter going to 1, very happy with that. Draw a Swarm, surprised it didn't happen earlier, given that we've had 1 at 1 for a long time.
What's the Shifter to 1 is just so weird.
Shifter to 1 is expected though. Like, it sucks to draw. It's like, if you have it in your opening hand, great. Turn 3, if you see it as your pickup, like if you top deck it, you lose. There's no discussion about it. You lose.
Dweller. It's seen us through. Okay, so that's...
As we saw in the semi-final, though, Dweller doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Here... we're going back too far. You didn't see it in the semi-final, but his opponent ended on, like, Dweller Detonator.
Yeah.
And he normal summoned the Memento after the Dweller's resolved. Goes into the Typhon.
Typhon, yeah.
Bounces the Ditto, attacks over the Duo. Attacks over the Dweller, and his opponent just has an Ash Blossom in hand and a set Judgment.
Yeah.
And it's just game over.
Well, Typhon...
Here we are. Okay. So, for bans, the first two just very clear-cut hits to Malice. Dinkoda was always going to become a problem in time.
Yeah.
Just generating a free body in any Cyberse deck is already weird, given that they already generate free bodies.
And there's plenty of other free bodies.
Yeah.
Still to come.
Are we going to have a month of Blue Eyes?
I don't know if it's...
We're certainly not getting a month of Momal, given that we've just banned Bahamut Shark.
Gone!
I'm so happy they banned Shark and not Toad.
It is the correct call, as a few of our locals had come to realise that,
There's... The actual Frog cards do nothing wrong. It's the other cards that abuse them. Get rid of Dweller. Get rid of Bahamut Shark. We're fine. Although now Droll's going to be so much more impactful. Main deck the Drolls, kids.
Yeah.
Main deck your Drolls.
God, completely different deck tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to have to sit down and finish my deck. You're fairly unchecked by this ban list, so you can just do whatever you want.
I'm going to change back, because I put in bloody Designators and Talents.
That's fine.
I cut all the Blue Eyes stuff going, I'm just going to play good cards, and then bloody Blue Eyes Tomb Keeper went well on stream. I'm like, oh well.
I'll sit down with my deck at some point, fix it up.
Massage it a little, make it work.
Get my deck list together for the weekend, because I knew I was going to have to change it. I just didn't realise I was going to have to take out more than just 2 Bonfire.
Effective from this morning. Dweller gone!
No more Dweller.
Years of pain.
So much extra deck space gets freed up.
I want to...
What will we do with it?
Now at this point, I would like to go back and go how good Dweller was for each format.
Do a Dweller in retrospect?
Yeah, where it was, like, how much % of the time was it being main decked?
I'm kind of disappointed now that my ulti's never going to be played again. Except for in random jank ban lists on it.
Because this is almost it's gone forever, right?
Yeah, this is probably in it's gone forever.
Graveyards rise up. Well, not if you're playing.
Now we just play
main Necro Valley.
Now we play Silent Graveyard.
Oh my goodness, Silent Graveyard buyout. Hold on.
Yeah, buy out your Silent Graveyards.
Buy the fucking 7 Tachyons if you hadn't already. Like
not playing that much Rise-Heal. Especially with everything semi-limited. You've got a format. I'm not spending $300 for a format.
Yeah.
Not happening here.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Unless, if you should. When was the next, I didn't see the schedules of the YCS.
They said, I'm assuming they'll probably announce it after NAWCQ. Is probably when we get it next ban list?
No, this will be, surely we're not getting a ban list before August.
Yeah. July? Unless they announce the ban list after Worlds. That would be wild.
Well, if we haven't got Justice Hunters, how are we going to get this? Still no announcement on Justice Hunters.
Still no release date for Justice Hunters. Nuke all of the decks and then give us the new stuff. Perfect.
Yeah.
That'll wrap us up. Your ban list's effective immediately for anyone not living outside of North America. Time to deck build for a regional. Goodbye.